Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CWR Clash Around the Podcast with your host, JKD. And
and the DOC, the LOVE, Dr. Love, and we're here to give you our predictions to Clash of the Champions 2020.
yeah, so yeah, every champion,
Every champion.
including 24/7 champion, unless they're gonna add onto it. But
I'm sure they'll do a spoof backstage where they start running around and all that.
all right, well, for champions from SmackDown, champions of Raw, all 9 champions will be defending their titles at Clash of Champions.
Exactly.
No, I think this time how we're gonna do Clash of Champions. I think this one, Clash of Champions, the matches that have been set up inside that they were it's a lot more different. There were a lot more matches. I thought they were gonna be set up. So, uh,
The only thing I miss on this is I wouldn't mind if they had a cruiserweight title match, even though it's part of NXT.
short innings, so
Yeah, but I would just like to see cruiserweights represented.
yeah, no. I mean, shoot, Cruiser never really presented pay-per-views long more anyway, so shoot.
Well, it was when old boy was on one of the main cruiserweights. Never.
Can't say Neville. Neville wasn't the only cruiser. He also defended title on pay-per-view.
No, I just said during the Clash of Champions.
That man never defended titles at Clash of Champions.
I know that. I was just saying.
You
Just
talking
let's
about,
go ahead, man. Don't
he's,
worry
he's talking
about what
about
I'm saying. I'm rambling. You just go ahead.
He's talking about T.J. Perkins. That's what he's talking about. So yeah. As we go on through these matches, we're gonna talk about the rivalries that led up to these matches, what matches we thought were gonna be on Clash of Champions, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and roll through. Let's go ahead and roll with the kickoff show, kickoff match, which I highly disagree, especially for a women's title match for one thing.
So which one is the kickoff match?
We have Asuka defending her Raw Women's Champion against Zelina Vega.
I can see that.
Now, before this even happened, I thought the match was going to be a triple threat match between Natalia or Mickey James, maybe. Because I mean, why
Right.
would you involve Natalia and Lana into a Raw into Oscar and Mickey James storyline? So I thought it was gonna be a triple threat match between them, but it didn't happen. So I said they had Zelina Vega.
See, Lana kind of bringing Natalia down, really
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Well, actually, WWE brought Natalia down from the start. So I mean,
Well, with that little gimmick they had, they were already going down there with Miro doing saying what he said, and Lana being his wife. It's kind of like birds of a feather. You get caught up with somebody else who's on the bad side, and you get some of that blowback. And so that will have to Natalia.
yeah. So the Oscar and Zelina Vega thing, somewhat of a build up, somewhat of an okay build up. Even though, well, it actually wasn't much to build up from, to be honest. So, for Zelina Vega to beat Mickey James to lead up to a one-on-one matchup between her and Asuka, uh, it wasn't much to build up, obviously. So with that, for this prediction, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to Asuka. I mean, obviously, Asuka. There's nothing to say about this. I mean, it wasn't much of a great build up. I mean, it's a good thing that they're actually doing something with Zelina Vega finally. So, as far as Roman champion goes, Asuka. Asuka has been going at it, day in and day out. Raw Women's Champion. So far, she hasn't really done like Asuka was the Raw Women's Champion. Like it's like ever since she had that big rivalry with Bayley and Sasha together. Like there's nothing much to do. There's not much for her to do at all. She didn't defend the title at Payback. I'm pretty sure. So really, Asuka really haven't done much since she won the title, really. So hopefully, Peyton Royce. Cause I know they doing something with Peyton Royce, so hopefully Peyton Royce can build her up a little bit. So hopefully Peyton Royce can be a huge challenge for Oscar coming into her reign. Cause Oscar, ever since she won the title back, she really hasn't done much. She kind of been bland lately. Back to when she was SmackDown Women's Champion. Pretty bland. But hopefully with Peyton Royce, like I was gonna be back at the like that top tier championship stage again. So, but either way, I'm going for Oscar in this matchup on this one. So,
Yeah, Oscar definitely gonna win this. There's no if and buts about it. Um, Zelina Vega, they tossed her into their program too fast. You know, maybe a month or two out from now, but it was just done too fast.
yeah. So, well, since we already covered the Raw Women's title, why not go for the SmackDown Women's Champion? Talk about SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley against Nikki Cross. Now, this is the well, between these two, it's a third encounter. But I mean, if you want to be technical about it, technically, most people say like it's like the fourth or fifth encounter they had. If you want to add like Sasha and Alexa to it, and the tag team titles and stuff like that. So,
Right, right.
but truthfully, it's a third encounter between them two only for the women's for the SmackDown Women's Champion. Obviously Bayley has won multiple occasions.
But it wasn't much storyline behind this.
The build up was, eh, I mean, the only build up to it was the fact that really most people was more focused on Sasha and Bayley more than like Bayley and Nikki, so it wasn't much build up to it.
Right.
And then another build up was that, and then the build ups were like separate because
Right.
like from one side it was Bayley and Sasha, and then another side was like
Bliss
Nikki and Bliss. Yeah. So the build up was pretty split. So I mean, yeah, they took jabs at each other back and forth, but like it's not like it was towards each other and stuff like that. So
Right.
wasn't much build up to it, and obviously I'm going Bayley on this one. She's been champion for 299 days.
Hey, Bayley.
No, wait, no, not 299, but 300 something. I forgot.
Yeah, it's three something. Hey, I don't keep up with day. I just try to keep up with months. But I tell you what, Bayley has done a great job as being champion. This is the best heel run, well, best title run that she's ever had. That includes the NXT title, the Raw title. This is her best title run.
I mean, of course, man. Shoot. I mean, when you say that, I'm like, okay, like, what other title runs would have been good? Like,
Well, the NXT title run wasn't bad now.
she wouldn't get nobody's. Like, bro,
Man, you crazy? She was like the top female of NXT.
she wouldn't get nobody's. Alexa Bliss was still a nobody at that point. She was just developing her gimmick, so she was
They
nobody.
had Becky Lynch there.
Becky Lynch was gone.
Becky Lynch was there when she first.
Becky Lynch was gone.
Well, she was gone by the time she had the title.
Exactly. I mean, so her anything.
Ember Moon had just came.
Yeah, Ember Moon just debuted when she lost the title. When she lost again to Oscar. When she lost the title, Oscar was gone.
Then you had what your baby girl name is?
Who is it?
You know our girl. That's our favorite wrestler that will never make a mistake in the ring. She ain't never potato nobody in her life.
I'm pretty sure she's talking about
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax got pushed so fast anyway, so I mean, shoot. And of course she was gonna lose. She lost to, I mean, she went against nobody really.
You know something? Sasha Banks made her tap out a couple times too.
So I mean, either way, look, Bayley. Look, the whole purpose that this is the best run Bayley's gone through. She's been champion for a whole almost up to a year. We're going with Bayley on this one. No offense to Nikki Cross, man. Her time's gonna come, but it's still Bayley's time still.
It's gonna be a good while before Nikki's time come because she got that. She done turned into that generic good guy gimmick. She done lost all of the personality she had when she was with Insanity. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep this motor running.
Well, since we talking about all the women's title, might well go for the women's
tag title.
Women's tag title. I mean, shoot. All right, we're gonna go have the duo of the Riot Squad. Ruby Riot. Then you have Liv Morgan taking on the, I guess the female version of Team Hell No, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Have you noticed that Ruby Riot seemed like she done lost muscle mass since she's come back to wrestling?
I do not focus on people's looks.
We ain't talking about looks. We talking about muscle mass. We talking about wrestling.
Hey, I don't care about. I care about the storyline.
Like she's smaller.
This is looking actually like just stare at the television just for people's like height and stuff. And
well, we analyze a wrestler. That's what we're supposed to do.
That is true. But however, I am more analyzing this build up, which was not much of a good build up at
It
all.
wasn't a good build up either. It
Because
sucked.
the build up seemed more like it was gonna be Natalia and Lana going against the tag team champions, really. Well, Lana kept going to the table every week almost, pretty much.
It sucked.
I mean, look,
They just threw this together. It was no kind of creative writing to this. They just threw this together.
and then you try to make a big deal by saying your accomplishment, the only accomplishment the Riot Squad ever had was the fact that they broke up a tag team, which they could have like WWE could just wait to do that to like the draft. So,
Right, because I don't see the purpose of
cause how you
breaking
gonna
up
how you gonna break them up?
iconics and they still hanging around each other backstage.
So stupid, bro, man. Either look, there's nothing else to say about this except that I'd rather have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler win, really.
The Nia Jax Shayna Baszler thing is interesting, but I'm gonna have to go with the Riot Squad. I'll go with the Riot Squad. Gonna be some kind of mishap because they got to get Shayna Baszler onto this title scene, singles title scene.
You don't think Nia Jax gonna be trying to be on the single title scene too? I mean, shoot.
They need to get rid of her.
Either way,
But all jokes aside, though, when the Nia Jax, I think it would be great to kind of switch her over to SmackDown.
which
'Cause
she's
I
gonna.
don't think she has been to SmackDown before, right?
She has never been to SmackDown,
Right.
just like
It'll
many
be
others.
nice to kind of split her over, send her over, excuse me, doing a brand split. Well, since we talk about tag team titles, which one of these?
we might as well go ahead and go SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, which one of these?
Go
you wanna
ahead, go for
first?
Cesaro and Nakamura versus Lucha House Party.
This isn't much of a rivalry.
However, it did have a lot of build up to the to Lucha House Party extent though.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know. People don't know what's going on with Lucha House Party. However, if you do watch Talking Smack, you do realize that Lucha House Party had a a thing against each other pretty much about the fact that Kalisto believes that when he came back, he's just trying to lead them to win the tag team titles. As Lindsay and Grandmaster Lee do not like the fact that he's saying that he's trying to lead them. When Lucha House Party is not meant to like lead each other, it's meant to,
Yeah, it'd be meant to be
it's equal thing, like
right, like
New Day.
Yeah. Hey, did you see that cryptic message that Lindsay Dorado had the other week?
Yeah, goodbye. Cool.
Had his mask off. So is he gonna leave? Is he leaving or what?
Nah, I don't care, man. Shoot, at this point,
Lindsay Dorado, the best one.
They didn't know. What are you talking? Lindsay Dorado, the best one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Grandmaster Lee is the best one. Man,
are you crazy, man?
Grandmaster Lee was in the final of the Cruiserweight Classic.
I ain't got time for all that tippy toe stuff he be doing on the ring rope.
Bro, yeah, cause I like this. Yeah, cause like every match I want to see Lindsay Dorado is pretty much lose over what Grandmaster Lee does. Yeah, okay. I'm like, but then again, I mean, in the same time, I believe in Kalisto. I mean, Kalisto is the only person who had more success than any other.
I think the problem with Kalisto that messed him up at first when he got out there and made that bad promo that time and screwed himself up. And he screwed it up so bad, I think Vince lost faith in him because he was on his way to being the new Rey Mysterio Jr.
He wasn't.
He was, because they were pushing him like that.
He was.
But he messed up on their promo.
It wasn't that great. But I will admit he had more success than Grandmaster Lee and Lindsay Dorado has ever did because he won 3 champions over them. NXT Tag Team Champions, US Champion, and Cruiserweight Champion. Something that they couldn't do.
And so that's the thing. They need a big Hispanic, you don't have to be big, but they need a big Hispanic masked man with them, like when they had Sin Cara. With Lucha Dragon.
I'm not gonna lie.
See, because it made him look more legit. All those guys like little small cruiserweight.
Okay, so what do you guys say about Legado del Fantasma then?
I love them.
All right, then.
They're not displayed, but they're bigger. Actually, Legado del Fantasma, they're bigger than Lucha House Party. Those guys are bigger than them.
I don't know what's your deal with factions, bro. I don't know what's your deal trying to add like bigger guys or smaller guys just to balance out these factions and stuff. Like, bro.
I ain't say he had to be a giant. I just said
that's
he
just
had
like
to be somebody a little bit bigger. Like Lucha Underground, all those guys like about 5'10", 5'9", stuff like that.
Man, that's on American.
Get somebody at least about 6 foot.
There some freaking Americans dressing in some freaking Mexican luchador masks, bro. Man, what the world?
Anyway,
no, trying to give me
let's get on this match. And
what's to say about this match?
These guys are wrestling each other about 50 times.
There's something to say about this match. So Cesaro and Shinsuke gonna win.
Yes, Cesaro.
Cesaro Shinsuke is gonna win.
Shinsuke, they got
They're
it.
one of the best. I mean, WWE makes them not look the best, but they're one of the best in WWE pretty much. So
Right, right.
shoot, I mean,
Well,
what's to say?
well, let's go to this other.
The Raw tag team title man. Let's go ahead and
Yeah,
go.
let's go to this other tag team. Hot mess.
Man, gonna have the Street Profits defend the tag team titles against Angel Garza and Andrade for at least like the sixth time. Whether it is just Andrade or whether it is just like Angel Garza with a
I
different
mean, there's
partner.
been all kinds of combinations, everything for this. I'm really sick and tired of this. They're not building a tag team division on either side. Um, these seem to be like the only two tag teams on the Raw brand. Dang near, really. And
And
so,
I don't want to do the Street Profits. I love Street Profits, but I think it's Andrade's and Angel Garza's time.
yeah, Street Profits, they got them too comical. They
It's
got
not
too
the
much gaga going
that's not
on.
the reason why. That's not the reason why I
Now,
would.
that's not the reason for you, but that's the reason for me. I think they need to get it off of.
I like them being tag team champions, but I just feel like
I don't now. Now I
mm,
liked them when they were NXT tag team champion when they were doing their comical stuff, but they were being more serious when it comes to the titles. On here they doing gaga all the time.
okay,
There's too much playing.
okay, so oh yeah, okay. All right, let's go ahead and have you be tag team champion. Then also, oh, your boss Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, tell you, oh, all right, let's go have you like be up in the streets and stuff like that, man, and do some crazy stuff and stuff like that. What you gonna say then? What you gonna
I
say?
say
What
Vince,
you gonna say?
I'm gonna tell you. I say Vince, I see what you're saying, but check it out this
He
way.
is lying to his face, bro. He is not
Let's
gonna
check
say
it
that.
out this way. If you do it like this and this, maybe the fans will take to it better. Cause see, back in the
That
these
man is
new
not fit.
wrestlers, they don't want to negotiate with Vince
This
McMahon
man is not fit.
about character. A lot of wrestlers
Because
that that
cause he's not fit. Listen to your.
a lot of wrestlers
He's not gonna
negotiate.
listen to
Matt
you,
Hardy,
bro. He's not gonna
um,
listen to you, man.
Stone Cold negotiated with him about character, mankind.
Okay, you said Matt Hardy, right?
Yeah,
Okay, first of all, Matt Hardy. You talking about like version one and stuff,
yeah, Virgin One. He went through Vince McMahon with it.
bro? Because Matt Hardy's that smart. He's that great. Okay, Stone Cold is Stone Cold. I mean, even like
Wait a
even
minute.
when he's Superstar Steve Austin,
They were finna call that dude Chili McFreeze. And he said, well, why don't you call me Stone Cold? All he did was ask him to change his
okay,
name.
but think about the superstar Vince actually helped. Like, look about Jake the Snake Roberts though. Look about that. He know who came up with Jake the Snake Roberts character.
Well, actually, he had Jake
Still,
before he came to WWE. He just didn't have the physical snake on.
bro. Okay. Vince Man is not gonna listen to y'all new people, bro. Unless he's really invested in you, bro. And I'm pretty sure.
Well, you can put your foot down. He'll respect you. You put your foot down. Everybody has said that before. If you put your foot down with Vince McMahon, he'll respect. You might not listen to what you say at that moment, but he'll respect you. And then he might throw you a bone later on because he respect you.
Yeah, throw your bone like 6 years later, still in the company, bro.
I wouldn't be in the company. See, one thing about WWE wrestlers, they don't want to leave. I'll leave.
Cause they try to cheat their dreams of being part of a WWE superstar, man.
What about your dreams of just being a wrestler? How about that?
Andrade and Angel Garza, man. I love Street Profit, man.
Anyway, we just rambling right now. We going freestyling now. Let's go ahead and get into another title bout. We talking about now, since we talking about black people here, let's talk about two black people who ain't playing. Let's talk about this United States Championship, Bobby Lashley against Apollo Crews.
Bobby Lashley, there's nothing to say.
There's nothing to say, but I'm
Look, her
saying,
business is the best thing going
yeah,
on
it's the
Raw.
best
They're
thing going on
going,
Raw.
they're going ham. They beat no Retribution. This
But
T-Bar, Mace, and all that stuff. Look, Apollo Crews ain't nothing no more. Look,
this is a serious bout. They're not gonna be in there playing. You're gonna get a good match out of both of them.
I doubt that. It's not gonna be a great match. I'm gonna be really honest.
I didn't say great match. I said you're gonna get a good match out of both of them.
Okay, good, great, whatever. Great is like a 5-star. Good sounds like a 4-star. It's gonna be like a
You're
okay.
gonna get about 3 stars.
Exactly. So I mean, look,
But
no offense to Cruz with Lashley, but I mean, I'm just saying, let's. So you can't. It's hard to pull out sequels, man.
but maybe what you call it interfere and mess with Bobby Lashley. Retribution.
If that's somewhere how to, if that's on somehow to happen, I mean, What is Retribution accomplishing exactly? To keep Lashley the champion, something?
I don't know.
I
They
what
just raising habit.
what are you
They
trying,
just said they there to keep basically to keep Miz going.
bruh? Like that? You know what you sound like? You sound just like T-Bar.
Yeah.
The fact that the reason why they got signed to WWE.
I mean, that's the reason why they say,
That was a terrible. That I didn't even believe that story one
"Hey, what's
second.
Mia Yim nickname?"
I don't know. I personally don't care. I don't know. Sledgehammer. I don't know. Retaliation. I don't know. Terrible nicknames. You look, girl.
I got it. Yammy Pammy from Miami.
Shit, girl freak number two. I don't know. Like this is
Ah,
the first.
that was talking about girl freak no two.
It that I mean, imagine being Keith Lee and you see your best friend, your girlfriend, and they're ruining your match, bro. Hey, what's up?
Oh
What's the
Lord.
whatever, man? Look,
They go Hardy.
Bobby Lashley,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Almighty Bobby Lashley is gonna retain his
Yeah,
United
he's
States
gonna
champion.
win this one.
There's nothing to say. Look, you lost Cedric Alexander. Look, it's all it might be come to the point to where you might well just go ahead and join the group and go ahead and become like a more, make the group more younger, make it more fresher, man. Have a goal. I mean, bro, why do you think Cedric and Sheldon is there for? Tag team.
All
For
right.
all we know, Bobby Lashley, man, when he loses U.S. title, maybe Cedric might, or maybe MVP might take the title. Lashley might move up to the world title, man. Shoot. Just saying. Hurt business, man.
I would love to see Keith Lee and Bobby Lashley.
Mm,
Since we can't get Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley.
mm. I'm not gonna have Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar. Hey.
So let's go ahead and roll with it. We got the triple threat ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. And I love this love triangle for the Intercontinental title here.
This is a good build up. My question is, it's a good build up. However, is it gonna be just as great as the other Intercontinental ladder matches though?
I think it has the potential to be. Now, one thing I have noticed about Sami Zayn since he's come back,
His
I
hair.
noticed he slowed down some.
I mean,
He's a little heavier and look like he doesn't start slowing down in the ring.
see, let me explain to you. So, if you watch Talking Smack, for those who watch Talking Smack, I'm pretty sure you guys heard what AJ Styles had to say about Sammy's time off. Obviously, Sami Zayn is apparently a new father, and unlike apparently this thing that's been going on now, when it comes to your wife being pregnant, you're pretty much pregnant too. Which pretty much you gotta do the same thing your wife is going through, eating so much, slowing down on your
No,
work time
you
and stuff
do
like that.
not.
Well, look, okay, how about you come? How about you go to AJ Styles about that then? Don't come to me
No, you
about that.
do not.
And go to AJ
I
Styles
ain't
about
do
that.
everything your mama did.
You know how long ago that was? You know how long ago that was? Exactly.
Yeah, but I ain't do everything she
Look,
did.
eating the same thing
No,
as
we
they
did
eat.
not.
Look, slowing down on your
We ate
workouts and stuff like
some
that.
of the same thing.
Slowing down on your workouts and stuff like that. I mean, what's to say? Sammy,
I was in good health back then, so I ain't slow down on workouts.
doesn't look like I even care. This is
I was working out, man. You remember when you were a little kid and I used to work out all the time? Like,
yeah, but you're not no intercontinental champion, so I mean, anyway, so
well,
Sammy, look, Sammy is a potential undisputed intercontinental champion, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I can't see him, man. Actually, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like to see Jeff Hardy as it though.
but I will say this, and this is who I'm picking as the winner. I'm really believing Jeff Hardy gonna get the win here. Hardy has Hardy has been on the top of WWE's list of being like world champion one more time or universal champion one more time. So I think he's gonna get it, and it's a good redemption story for him too.
At least to hide away from all that crappy feud he did with Sheamus. So,
Everybody gets in a crappy feud with Shane.
okay, so Sammy, you come back, months later, and all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna win only because you ditched WWE, and literally you're the only champion in WWE who ditched him because of COVID and stuff like that. So WWE is definitely not gonna appreciate that at all. as far as AJ goes, he's a potential champion, but I mean, based on how SmackDown went, it does not seem like AJ Styles gonna win.
Well,
So it only leads up to just Jeff Hardy.
well, AJ, they're saving him for a Universal title run anyway.
Hey, you said your piece, okay?
Yeah, I'm
I
just
don't know,
saying they
okay.
saving him for a Universal
You
title run
said
anyway later on.
could have said that like when you said something, but just saying, AJ, yeah, you would have got the Universal Champion in your look in your eyes. So I mean, shoot, probably for a third dirty title reign. So hey, either way, Jeff Hardy, it's my winner, bro.
All right, now which match you think gonna get the main event? Roman Reigns and Uso, or Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton?
Shots of concern. I believe Roman Reigns and Jey Uso gonna get it.
All right, so let's go ahead and do Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. An ambulance match. I always hated those ambulance matches. They're not
Matches,
interesting,
see,
really.
ambulance matches always be matches like this would not be a main event. It's just
You're
simple
right. I
fact.
just thought about it. Well, they did have one as the main event, that John Cena
Okay,
Ryback.
think about that. Who exactly was in that match?
John Cena.
Say that again.
John Cena.
Say it one more time.
John Cena.
Exactly.
He ain't about nothing though. Randy
Johnson
Orton.
Johnson versus who again?
Ryback.
For what title?
The WWE title.
I thought so.
See, but
Anyway,
look, Randy Orton is same caliber John Cena. He just ain't got all the movies and stuff.
do you really? So who's the biggest star? Who? I'm sorry. Who's the biggest star? Randy Orton or Roman Reigns currently? Pretty sure Roman Reigns is the bigger star. Either way, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. Okay.
All right.
Now this one, this build-up is like one of the most oddest and confusing build-ups ever, bro.
They ain't doing them going around hitting each other in the face.
And then the fact that you add Keith Lee to the match mix and not put him in the match, though. Like what the heck? Like, bro, that mean what are all these matches Keith Lee been going through for then?
Well, they're trying to show that he can hang with the big dogs, that he can hang with the main eventers without pushing him too much.
See, look, first match, Retribution came in. Second match, Randy Orton cost the match. He technically should get an equal opportunity, really, even though he did lose the match. Still should get at least both. I mean, both McIntyre and Orton screwed his matches up, really, to where lost. So I mean, it would be fair for him to like join into the WWE title match himself at least.
Right, right.
I mean, it's not like we've seen a newcomer come to a brand and got into like a title picture already. Bailey, we just saw Bailey earlier. She was a newcomer on Raw. She got a Raw Women's title match. The next Raw pay per view, just like that, in a triple threat match with Charlotte and Bailey. I mean, Hanks, I'm gonna say. So I mean, it's not like he's gonna have to win. I mean, I'm just saying, could at least add Keith Lee to the matchup. But either way, me, I was a lot of people been claiming for Randy Orton, but I'm going for Drew McIntyre on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with McIntyre also. Um, he needs a couple more months to have the title.
I can't let nobody like Randy Orton take the title away from him, bro. Not again.
Well, Randy Orton, if he wins it, I wouldn't be upset about it because he actually deserved it from his work from this year.
I kind of would be upset still because for a first time world champion and lose to Randy Orton or Johnson, like it's pretty disappointing. That's how I felt about Bray Wyatt. Exactly.
Yeah, the same old, same old.
Exactly.
All right, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. All right, Roman Reigns win. Time to end the show.
Best build up actually.
It is.
Best. I mean, it was a good build up, and then let alone SmackDown they added, Alpha, Sika. Then you had Jimmy Uso putting his, then Rikishi putting his like words in it too, man. You know, uh, obviously, Rikishi and Jimmy Uso went for Jay. Alpha and Sika both went for Wasamo. They went for Roman. I mean, why would Sika not go for his dad? I mean, his own son. So, uh, obviously Roman and Jay been cool until like Roman Reigns Superman punched him, man. The one thing that was missing, man, and I really hate to see Jay did not do it, is like to bring that, the Uso Penitentiary like promo onto it, man. Like,
I think he said it the first night, but he didn't do it anymore after
but like
that.
now it's a baby phase up, man. Cause they say like it's like a joke now. Like, you gotta say like when you was like a heel, like man,
Well, you can say it as a good guy, but you have to be a serious good guy.
like like when they first feuded, like when the Usos first feuded with like American Alpha, like they were like going off. Like they were sick and tired of being disrespected. Like it was real. Like you just felt that promo. Man, like I'm talking about like they told like they creeping behind like gonna be creeping behind American Alpha's back and so like they're taking the tag team titles and everything. Like that felt real. Like and they locked down the entire tag team division.
They did.
So I mean with Jey Uso, like it could have happened the same way with Roman. Yeah, but then again, Roman they just could have did it more better. But then again, it is the best build up other than the Intercontinental Championship picture though. And I wouldn't be surprised at the end of this show that Bray Wyatt has his eye on Roman Reigns.
It's going to happen, yeah.
I mean, for those who didn't notice, Alexa Bliss dirty look at Roman Reigns hold the title. I mean, there's nothing to say. So, but obviously I'm going Roman Reigns. So, we're both going with Roman Reigns on this one,
Right, Roman wins without a doubt.
without a doubt. I mean, come on, bro. Who else gonna be Roman Reigns? Tag him. But Clash of Champions, man. If I feel like the opening match is gonna be either the I'm looking at either the tag team title matches or either the Intercontinental ladder match. Usually, ladder match always be the opening matches. So, and obviously, I see the main event obviously being the Universal title match. So, there's not much to say about Clash Champion. I mean, most of the matches didn't really have that good of a build up. SmackDown had better build ups than Raw did though, except for
Right.
like Dirty Title. So,
I'm not trying to be negative toward it, WWE, but right now the way I'm feeling, I believe that the pay per view feels lackluster. I think because we done had so many matches that done happened already.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. 2020 has had 2020 pay per views have been pretty good actually lately.
Yeah, they have been, but
Throughout the entire,
but I'm just not excited about this one
I
for
mean,
some reason.
for one thing, I mean, the adding more to the name of for one thing, Clash of Champions Gold Rush. Like, come on, bro.
Because you got dang near every match is a rematch.
Pretty much, and then all the other,
Or either a combination of other people going against each other that's gonna be in the match.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Despite the fact with the COVID-19 side like that, and they had to perform in the performance center side like that, the pay per views were really good actually
Right.
overall. Maybe like 3 stars at least, but this one doesn't seem. It's gonna. I mean, it's probably gonna change our. It's probably gonna change our mind like Payback did. Cause we didn't think Payback was
Right,
gonna be that
right.
great on short notice, let alone a week before, like week after SummerSlam. Cause we thought it was
And
gonna be
it turned
nothing.
out to be really, really good.
Yeah. So it could change our minds. It's just that we're just really not. It's just that we just like things new, like new things, I mean, like for example, like McIntyre, we knew he's gonna be locked into a robbery at some point, but we didn't think it was gonna be like this much of a robbery, man. No offense. Cause I knew he was gonna get one of those reigns where like he just go against a superstar every pay per view. All of a sudden, like he gonna be locked into a rival with the next big pay per view. But like if you're telling me this rival will end like at like Hell in a Cell or something like that, man, I don't know what to say, man. But either way, Clash Champions. I wish that'd be the best luck on this success to for the pay per view. I hope it's pretty good. I hope they change my mind about what I gotta say about it. But that's all I gotta say.
All
I'm
right.
gonna leave that you on this one.
Hey, and all right. Hey, we need you to subscribe, leave comments, and tune in to www.bantufm.com for Soul Food Therapy on Mondays at 3:30. Um, and just keep us in mind, give us your likes, and like I said, send comments and stuff like that. We're doing a drawing for the second Funko Pop. This one is the Big E. So to all of you, we bid you a goodbye and have a good night.